One of my favorite animals, although particularly green tree python or the reticulated python. But also, it is the name of a new reality show that has premiered on Fox this past week. And really, I'm here just to kind of have some fun with it. I want to make a weekly series on this channel just talking about every single new episode of this show that comes out. Just giving my random thoughts on it all. No script, just completely laid back, just my unfiltered, raw thoughts on each episode of this show. Because it's a new show coming out and I feel like just doing something fun to kind of, I don't know, just get my thoughts on it all. So, without further ado, let me talk about the first episode, the premiere of The Snake. Alright, now I'm ready. So the Snake premiere was pretty interesting, to be honest. I enjoyed it a lot because it was, in my own words, very, very campy. And I do mean that in a very positive way here, not in a negative way. That's not an insult or anything. It was just so campy because there's a lot of overemphasis on certain things that just makes it so ridiculous but so fun. But I think before I get into all of that, I just want to go into some of the other fun, interesting things regarding like the rules of the show. So at least from what I understood from this first episode, there's always going to be some sort of challenge that's going to determine who the snake is. And the person who becomes the snake's a little medallion. It actually does look pretty cool. But basically what happens is that the snake picks one person to be safe, and then it's just a chain reaction where then that person picks someone to be safe, and then that person picks someone to be safe, and then it keeps going and going until there's just two people left. I mean, that's how it was done in this. There were just two people left, and then it was the snake who chose between the two who was going to be saved last and who was going to be going home. I thought they would have just continued the chain reaction throughout the whole thing, but I guess being the snake, there's a little extra power there, so kind of makes sense. But yeah, they had this little challenge here. I don't know how it's going to go for the rest of the series, but at least here they divided them into two groups. One of them was hand selected by this woman, Mina, who's a bounty hunter. Crazy. She picked all these people and none of them got a chance to be the snake. All the people that she didn't pick then had the chance to become the snake. They did a little game. It reminded me a lot of the Anonymous, the kind of game that they would play with all the boxes and stuff like that, where you have to guess like who has a certain something in their box, and you have to really do all this kind of psychology and stuff like that. Anyways, in the end, Catherine became the snake, and my god, she is crazy. She is already, I can tell, already just an icon. Like, it's only been one episode and she's already just all-time contestant, character, whatever you want to say. I mean, she is an actual psycho, I'm just going to be honest. Like, she is definitely a psychotic. Like, the things she was doing with her phone and the strategies and stuff like that. She was legit on her phone, and I know this isn't a phone, but just bear with me here, right? She would be like, number 77, completely lie to everyone, no matter what. Number 52, cry on command and do whatever. Or number 8, do this, do that, do that. Like, I'm telling you, that was crazy. The other crazy thing to me was that all of them were in crates. Now, I don't know what this had to do with the actual show. I don't know if this was just some low budget type of thing that they were like, oh, you know what? We have these crates. Let's just use them for something really weird. I don't know what it was, but they all just entered the game by just climbing out of the crates. And then the woman who got eliminated, Kaylee, she then had to go back into the crate as like a way to say that she got eliminated. And I was just... It was so weird, but I feel like it fit so well with this show just being so ridiculous and so, I don't want to say memey, but well, I'll just go back to the word campy because I mean, yeah, that's what I used before because it just fits so well. Oh yeah, I should probably also mention the host, Jim Jeffries, who is Australian. I really have no words for him other than, I mean, I just like Australian accents. They're really cool. But I had no idea who the hell he was before this show. Sorry, I'm not the best with celebrities, I know. But, I mean, he seemed to be like a cool host. He was cracking a lot of jokes. He seems to have a lot of charisma, so I mean, good for him. Seems like a good fit. And yeah. The other big thing, though, I have to mention with this is the super duper over the topness of these people's occupations. Because throughout the whole premiere, and I'm sure maybe it's going to continue for the whole season, I'm not really sure, but at least for just the premiere, they were all mainly referred to by their job titles instead of just their names or who they were. So there was like the pastor, the police officer, the ex-con, right? And it's like all these different jobs. Like the way that they were presenting them was that like, okay, all these people that have all these jobs, they deal a lot with manipulating people and deceiving people, which is going to make them super good fits for this show. And then you have someone like the OnlyFans model. Like, yeah, okay. A lot of manipulation there for sure. I'm recording this in post, but when I was watching the premiere, I kept thinking to myself, yo, she looks exactly like Tiffany Stratton. Like, they are twins, and there's no way I'm the only one who sees this, surely. But it was just so funny to me because this is just how they refer to people as. Like, okay, yeah, like when Mina was having to pick people for her team, she was just like, okay, I'm gonna choose the cowboy. I'm gonna choose the preacher, even though he's a pastor, right? But like still same thing like that, right? Like it was just kind of bizarre in a way, like how open everyone is about their jobs. Like everyone's open about the fact that, okay, this dude's a detective, this woman is a police officer, this woman's a bounty hunter, this dude does whatever, right? And it's like, there's so many times now on these reality shows where everyone just lies about their jobs, and I've just seen it so many times. I just don't care for it. I think it's super annoying. Like, trust me, the fact that you bake cakes for a living does not mean that you have to lie about it and say that, oh no, I don't bake cakes, actually I design mugs. Like, come on, bro. Like, no one cares this much about jobs, I promise you. It's so annoying. And so it's just so refreshing that everyone is completely open about what they do for a living on this show. I mean, to me, it's just refreshing. But the occupation stuff, like I said, is very ridiculous. It's very campy, but it's honestly like super cartoony because, for instance, the pastor dressed up literally in his whole pastor attire, right? The police officer, she literally is always in that police outfit. I don't know why, you know, I don't know if she didn't have an extra pair of clothes or something like that, but it was just so weird that she was just in that the whole time she was there. And she was the first boot, so I mean, we're not gonna see her in that again, but I mean, still, like, what? Or like the bull rider, like he literally is dressed stereotypically like how a bull rider or a cowboy would be. Like, it's so cartoony, like it's like MacArthur in Total Drama, right? Like it's like any of these other characters in Total Drama, like they are dressed up exactly like their occupation so that it screams out to you like, okay, this person does this for a living. Like, it's so ridiculous, but I absolutely love it. I hope they continue on for the whole show, honestly, because that would make it so much better if this dude just stayed dressed up as a pastor for the whole show. But yeah, that was the premiere. I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot more thoughts on different things going into the other episodes because, at least for this first episode, they were just mainly going over all the rules, slowly introducing a few different people. Like I said, Kether, an absolute psycho, but I can already tell she is an absolute icon as well. And so I'm sure through the other episodes, we're going to be getting a lot more, you know, dynamics between all the characters and stuff like that. Hopefully this job stuff continues to be played out just because it's so funny and an absolute highlight to me. Maybe I'll continue this for other reality shows or just other random shows and stuff like that. I'll see how this goes, but I just want to do something new and fun, especially for a brand new reality show that's coming out now. So shout out to The Snake on Fox. Check it out. Keep checking out these videos every time a new episode comes out. If you watched the premiere of The Snake, let me know down below. Also, let me know what else you'd like to see me talk about on this channel. Like the video, subscribe for more videos, and yeah, thank you for watching.